Is it in here? So that, what we were, that was the meeting, some basic meetings in there. But yeah, so this is really good for the law. I've never looked in a while, but I do think that. This is, or, okay. Oh, right, okay, this week. It isn't lack of staff all for not doing movie nights, it's the expense compared to the cost and complications because we received a complaint because we were not making everything fully accessible, and it was an adult for kids movie, so I don't know exactly what that was all about. But it got very complicated because I had to call legal staff and figure out how you have to advertise and stuff. It's just kind of a nuisance. So it wasn't really lack of staff per se.
I don't think we can vote tonight on approving these, so we
So
can make the edits
overall.
and then, yeah. Correct.
Overall, it is.
Can you clarify on, I'm sorry, my brain is not working. So lack of accommodations, is that what you said?
Like ADA.
Okay.
Yeah, it, like even the ad for the movie night had to be compliant with certain legal language. To
Okay,
make it all compliant, and it just got to be too big a problem for the amount of work it was for staff, the cost of it. Because we have to have a license,
Mhm.
people weren't coming, we had to do the cleanup after and all of that, so it was more than just. Lack of staff, there are other things, but like I said, it probably isn't. And I don't know if I'm unable to technically support Legos, I don't know what I meant if I said that, but it's just basically, I don't know anything about Legos and I don't know. What I would do to run a program, but I am in touch, well, I can talk about it one of the days. But I was in touch with somebody, possibility. Well,
awesome.
Do you want to move on to the director's report then?
sure, I've got copies. I don't have to read, that one or two of the great one or two. People, basically, I'm just updating on the park passes. We have, I think, all the ones we know we were getting, but the railway museum and the aquarium don't open for another week or two. We're adding more stuff to library things. If the town does hire a rec department director or waterfront director, I still want to pursue that and have everything done by that person and have it stored right in the lakeside storage building there. We'll see, because I haven't heard anything further, so what would probably happen. I do have someone interested in at least one of the work barrels and, he would dismantle the others. You know, because he has got, for either transporting or storage to something else. And then once those are gone, I'm gonna put the furniture in place and get it there.
Nice.
I'm getting a sort of little console table to hold the laptop and charges, a couple ports for charging. The fair garden workshop was very popular at Mayfair. Not individuals, but many families and even a few teens created contained gardens, so that was good, and
I saw them, they were cute.
yeah.
Thank you for coming in on Sunday to do that.
Yeah, and we also furnished shop for drawing. And that was a big hit, and I got out the portable.
That was
Kept it
definitely
simple for the littles, and then the older kids, and then the teens took it over, so that was kind of fun, it just converted it well as it went along. And Sarah and I have been working on the summer reading program. She's more concentrating on kid stuff, and I'm looking at adult stuff, but working together to do that, so. We've already got 7 programs scheduled. And we're adding more, hopefully additional author visits. So, a man named Chandler Davis happened to come into the library last week, he was just looking around on it. And he's a board member for the Autism Society of Maine, based in Winthrop. And we talked about the possibility of creating an ASM sponsor, like my longer. So I don't have his email, but I asked his, I don't know, it's like their office staff person, if she can forward mine, you know. Hopefully I'll hear back from him soon. I've also spoken to several students and with their parents about peer-to-peer programs. We've got hopefully a couple girls starting at Teen Book Club. We've got another team wanting to do a cookie decorating program. And, we've used those pans that we have, and we brought up a beautiful cookie decorating book too. Dennis is doing a storytelling program for tweens. And I haven't talked to him, but I contacted Nick Folk about the possibility of him doing a podcasting class. Tomorrow night, no, Wednesday night. I'm doing a program. Chip, you're a gardener, you might know some people interested. Arcam gave me several flats of basic tomatoes, I don't know what they are. They're probably either Jetstar or paste, but he doesn't know, they're mixed. Which is interesting. I could tell Brandy wanted from others, but no those. But anyway, and a bunch of leaves. So I'm doing just a stop and swap. And, I'll also use the opportunity to promote RPMs food insecurity programs. And they also have the driver rider program. So I'll put out probably a bucket for anyone who wants to donate to Arcane too. And there's possibility of doing other programs with them, as those.
What is Arky?
Rural Community Action to Street. And they serve 10 or 12 communities, including Monmouth. And Monmouth is trying to reestablish its community garden. That's located right in front of, Space Mills, yeah. So I'll mention that too, if it's posted.
So who here was at Mayfair? I couldn't go because of the change. You took. Did you?
Just dropped the last one.
I think I got one of your raspberries.
You're good. Well,
So-
I had horseradish, too.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, what?
A horseradish,
Like a blue.
they just took off, and
Yeah,
starting to come up,
we'll go. A ways away,
Yeah.
yeah, I have one, I regret it, but I just couldn't think about it. No one needs that much of friends.
I love horseradish.
Well, if you need one, I have one.
got one. The one reclaimed by the dark.
Yes. Yep,
Well, I guess Laverne can give us a more detailed recap at the July Friends. And then we're not gonna have a construction.
I noticed that plants went like crazy, there was hardly anything left from what I remember.
Last year, there was like a bunch of stuff that I brought, like a whole block that I brought home.
There might have been some perennials left, but the flowers, they were taking down tables left and right, I think there was only like 1 or 2 tables left at the end of the day. Do you remember, Julie?
I was weak for this, for that, quite focused, but, that does usually happen with the gingerbread farm stuff. I don't know about the perennials.
Yeah, I don't think there was as many as there
I was
normally,
Gonna say the same.
right, yeah, so.
Okay.
Mine just, I just couldn't get in for a garden, so I have some hops ready, but, you know, over the sun, they look dead, they're not dead, but.
Well, maybe it's been raining all the time.
Yes,
I don't know how many lobster rolls they sold, but I didn't really see anybody.
yeah, I don't know.
Um.
I know that the bake sale sold out, except for 2 dirt cakes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
So Fix It Day is in the works.
Yes, and some other stuff too, but it's, so where was that mentioned?
I think it was on the Monmouth community page.
Mom did that, no,
It was the community page.
okay,
I'll look, because,
cause it would be great to have as many people who can be involved, like, maybe we do it like once every 3 months or something.
well, they do a lot of them in Portland, and they're very popular and successful.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
being able to save something and like not throw it away and also be able to like fix a wire or something would just be amazing. Or like the fiber artist could, you know, hem something for anybody who can't sew.
well, yeah, I don't know about that, but.
Okay, no, I could stitch a button on or whatever and yeah.
Right, well, that's great. You talked about the summer reading programs, that's in the works.
Yep.
And then for the 4th of July, I just wanted to see, cause, so the 4th of July is Friday. And I wanted to see if there's a plan in place to keep the library open the following Saturday.
Usually close for Friday and Saturday.
I just think cause Saturday is the most important day, I think, for a lot of people who work and can't get to the library, and so to keep it open as much as possible. Like, do you think other people, like the other part-time librarians would be interested in covering the shift?
It's. Well, I don't, Lori doesn't, is not. Nobody should be working alone for one thing, and I would not ask why Lori to do it, and I think Sarah would have both Lori to do it. You know, we've been open for a lot of holidays and hardly anyone comes. I mean, most people, it's a holiday and they're doing other things for their families and.
I think it's the beach party weekend. The same day, so I just imagine there's gonna be like a lot of people around here and. They might wanna come in and grab a book to like read by the beach or in their hammock.
You know, there's gonna be the last beach party, as far as I know.
Unless somebody else takes it over.
Oh, cause is she doing it still this year? The woman who was the director, who's doing?
No, it's the fire department.
No, it's just,
Oh,
okay, he's unless somebody knows someone, from volunteers. There's a lot of them.
Anything about the McCabe grant? Sensory garden, is that like just on pause now or?
Not necessarily, but I've been focused on other stuff, Sarah was away for a while. And, so I was working basically a little. For a couple of weeks here, I do have someone who's willing to do the, raised beds. But I need to talk to Dennis some more about some other options. I mean, he's doing a trail out back. And it's possible we want to tie in with that, I just haven't really had a chance to talk to him about that.
And that is the agenda. Fine, so 7:06. All right,
Yeah, I mean, you can tell Allison there's really nothing we can do about the construction, it's.
I think she was just trying to see if there was any like before, like, we could be like, hey, guys, the library's gonna be closed today because the water's shut off to the whole building, kind of a thing.
It shouldn't be shut off.
Okay.
Because the work on this end is done,
Okay, good.
so now they've moved, you know. They're replacing water.
They've been doing it forever. They have.
Yes, but, I think it's gonna go the whole summer. It's not. And we won't have new sidewalks or new paving until they also replace sewer breaks. And that might be next year, so we might not get new sidewalks until 2027. I just heard that anecdotal, so I'm hoping, but that was something, Chris Samuel was talking about recently.
Did I hear something about new, power?
Well, the telephone pole?
Thank you.
Well, I think one of the concerns about the sidewalk is that they can come to some of those
Right.
poles, but I think there's some of it planned, but I don't know what that is.
Hmm.
But I think that is part of the problem, because they wanted wider sidewalks.
Right, I mean, yeah.
I mean, they have to,
Understand.
I'm assuming if it's a town, if the municipality has to be ADA compliant, it'd be wide enough, like the 36 inches of space for average wheelchair.
So, yeah. Unless there's some grandfather or something, I don't know. I didn't get to go to the last select board meeting, so I don't know if they came up there or not.
Well, for July's meeting, I can just make sure that everyone has the Zoom link and we all. I might have to be here. So I can access the Zoom. Unless I can log in like remotely to the town Zoom account, and I don't know if they'll let me do that, but. Cause that would make it, then you guys could like be. Out on the lake.
Move the second.
There's 4th is Friday, 3rd, maybe 1st. Where's my copy?
No, Friday is a,
What's the second? No, that's June.
Oh, no, it's the 7th, it's the next week.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll reach out the week before and just get pulls from everybody. If people want to meet here, like, I'll probably be here alone in the dark.
oh, we'll be here.
Julie and I will be alone, dark.
No, it's light now. I'm working on, I've got more lights coming, but I'm working with these platform lights, whatever they are, they're dog lights. But the fiber club lights, so,
That one's lovely, this dragonfly.
yeah, that's really pretty. It was supposed to be clear white glass, which would have been brighter, but I ordered a switch and it's still beautiful. But yeah, I'm gonna get a couple more of these, cause they're kind of okay, and then I bought those. Few lights.
Well, does anyone want to make a motion? And
I make a motion to end the meeting at 7:10.
is there a second?
Also,
All those in favor?
Yeah.
7:10, I think we get a prize.
Yeah, that's a record.
Yeah, you all get phonies.
Julie, can I keep my pony at your house? It's not coming up late.
Yeah.
I'll keep all the phonies at my house.
I've been thinking about getting miniature cats.
I want miniature Highland cows.
Yeah, they're so adorable. Oh, I don't have to mow.
Oh, yeah.
Either that or scrape everything and start with the local grass and.
Okay, whole bunch of goats.
Yeah, my husband wants to get goats to release into the woods, they eat all the bittersweet, which is smothering everything.
Oh.
All right, goodbye, everybody.